Well, I don't know what happened right there. We're live on another feed, and I lost connection again. The app, this happened last week. I don't know why that just happened. I'm gonna share this link on the socials real quick. And hopefully you guys will find this. Phil and Byron, you guys found your way back. I see some people found their way back. All right, sorry again about that, guys. I don't know why that happened again. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the link into the other video in the description so that anybody that goes there will be able to find us. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to it in just one quick second. Live video. What can I tell you, right, guys? All right. Here we go. Hopefully, we're good now. Again, I'm not really sure what happened. If that happens again, we'll try again. Let's see. Lorena says, hi, hello, welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right. Let's get back into, where were we? Let's put this out on the Twitter so that everybody can find the new part 2 Michael Myers Monday. There we go. All right, guys. So how's everybody doing this week? Let's see, where were we? Talking about the new footage. Going back to the other feed. Byron said a lot of that mob is going to die. I'm just now seeing that. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think the mob is definitely chasing Michael in this and out for blood. But yeah, it's going to be... that's definitely where a lot of the kills are going to come from, I think. All right, guys. So, yeah, so we've got the footage. It ends. We've got Allison screaming. The mob somewhere. And, of course, the shape breathing. And we know that's actually Nick Castle that does the ADR breathing for the shape. How perfect is that, right? All right, we are back now. So I'm not going to recap in this video everything we talked about in part 1, but I will go ahead and copy that link down into here. Great. All right. So we got the teaser. So there we go. That's what we've got to chew on now. I think it totally delivered. It just got me more hyped. It doesn't spoil anything. It doesn't give away anything, but it just gives us some quick nuggets, some fun-sized bites of imagery that we can chew on and think about for the next I would say probably the next 6 months until we get anything else. Realistically, probably about April of next year, we'll get teaser poster, our first full real look at the mask in still official photography released, similar to what happened in 2018. That's if everything on the marketing goes as planned. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows what tomorrow's going to bring, what the rest of this week, this year is going to bring. But I would think that's probably, as far as the marketing of this film, I don't think Universal is going to want to give away much more. But I do think I really do appreciate and think that they did this for us, the fans, knowing that it was such a tough blow getting that delay announcement, and that they knowing that if the Halloween would come and go and they don't do anything, um, they're you know the Halloween fans might be rioting at that point. Um, but So I feel like it totally delivered. It got me just that much more excited for it. Um, it's not the introductions of the legacy characters, like I said, but it is our first kind of glimpse at some of them, and at the Shape back in action, and the three Strode women. Uh, Empire Strikes Back again. Han Solo, he gets frozen in carbonite at the end of that film. Luke gets his hand cut off, finds out Darth Vader's his dad. You know, a lot of really terrible things happen in that film. I would have to think that that's going to translate to at least one of these Strode women probably not making it to the end of the film. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who do you think might survive, and what will be left of them, I guess we should say. Could we video chat sometime? Yeah, schedule permitting, I could try to make some time, sure. Yeah. Also, this week, um, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was some other Halloween news bits that happened. One interesting one was that what was it? I think Wednesday night, the Scripts Gone Wild group, where they're a group that does Zoom meetings, but they're filmed and it's live script readings, and they make a drinking game out of it. So it's drunken script readings, basically, and they get a lot of people that you and I know in the horror genre and just in pop culture involved. So this past Wednesday, Halloween week, they did a live script reading on YouTube of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And it was pretty fun to watch. I'll put a link to that down below as well. But they had some cool people involved, like Lou Temple, and they had Tiffany Shepis actually reading the role of Cochrane. They had Debbie Rashawn and Serena Vincent, and they had Danielle Harris, who was reading the role, Stacey Nelkin's role of Ellie Grimbridge. So again, for if you're a fan of Danielle's, and obviously that's pretty epic to watch her play yet another character in the Halloween universe after playing Jamie Lloyd for one generation and Annie Brackett for another generation. And again, it's mostly in good fun. It's for charity. They're all at home drinking and just kind of taking it lightheartedly and not too serious. But it was kind of fun to watch and kind of enjoyable. And again, just if you're a Hallow geek like me, just kind of the historicness of that, Jamie Lloyd reading Ellie's lines. But what I found probably most interesting that I didn't expect was the script they were reading was actually quite different than the film that we all know. There was scenes and characters in it that aren't in the finished film, and I don't know when this script, what stage in the development this was. Obviously, it was not what was ultimately shot or put in the final film. But it was very interesting. So if you love Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, I know this is Michael Myers Monday, but it is for the franchise ultimately. Uh, you want to read that and or watch that video, and it's a chance to actually hear this alternate script, which again, it doesn't reinvent the movie by any means, but it's just different. um One thing is Dan Chalice is John Chalice in that script. um and there's a few other name differences and a few other just notable differences that you'll pick out. And mostly, though, extra scenes that did not make the final shooting script. But that's on that's here on YouTube. That's on the Scripts Gone Wild channel. That's their Halloween 3 live Halloween read. But one of the absolute best things that happened this week, aside from the teaser and the children's book and all of this, was a surprise treat we got on Halloween Day. And if you haven't watched it yet, you totally have to. It's basically, it's called the Halloween at Home Trick-or-Treating Greetings for the fans of the Halloween franchise. And that's exactly what it is. It's our buddy Sean Clark, who you all know from The Thing with Two Heads. You need to go watch. They just uploaded a new episode with PJ Souls. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's awesome. You need to go watch it right now. They're great. After this, that's on his YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below, but that's Malfunction, Sean. But they and he's also the convention agent for so many of our favorite horror icons. So hello, Cars. Hello and welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. We should just say everybody take a drink when somebody new joins the conversation. Unless you don't drink, in which case, just say Happy Michael Myers Monday. Where was I? The Halloween at Home greetings. So Sean put together this great video. It's about a half hour long, and I put a link to it. I embedded it on HalloweenDailyNews.com, so you can watch it there, or you can just look for it on his YouTube channel here. But I've put a link down below in the description. Quentin says hi. Well, welcome, Quentin. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome to the conversation. Hope you had a good Halloween. So what this video is it's all your favorite stars of all the Halloween films. And I mean all of them. All the way up to Halloween Kills. And I don't even know how many are in there. There's probably 50 of them in there. Maybe more. And it's shot. Every little segment is shot as if you're knocking on their door trick-or-treating. So it's like literally going trick-or-treating in Haddonfield, and all of your favorite Halloween icons and stars of all these films, all the Michael Myers guys, they answer their door, they tell you Happy Halloween, and give you some really great messages of encouragement for this moment that we're all in. And it's awesome. It's a great video. When I first watched it on Halloween, I actually got a little bit choked up towards the end. I mean, it's just really great to see all of them. And towards the end, Nancy Stevens comes out and kind of speaks for Nurse Marion for a minute, and it's pretty great. But you want to watch that. It goes through, and it actually it's edited pretty much in order of their appearances. Each film goes through, and it starts with Halloween '78 with Sandy Johnson, who plays Judith, and it goes right into Will Sandon, young Michael Myers, and they're all there. They're all there, right up to James Jude Courtney, and some of the people that you're going to see more of in Halloween Kills. So again, that link is already down below. It's at HalloweenDailyNews.com. I highly recommend that you watch that if you're a fan of this franchise. And for me, it was great because, having met some of these people, most of them in the video actually, it was really nice to kind of see them because we haven't been at conventions where we will run into each other and we'll get to talk and see not all of them but some of them from time to time, and in some cases it's been years, so it's just really cool thing that definitely warmed my hallowed heart on October 31st when it was released. So I said it on the site how much fans, uh, this is made for the fans, but yeah, it's definitely a love letter to the fans of the franchise and a Halloween treat, uh, just for us. So and you're one of us if you're here watching this. So you want to watch that and enjoy it. And if you haven't met these people, then yeah, get out there to a convention when we can again and meet them. Because they're all awesome, and you'll see in this video just the fact that they took this time to do this, because that's what I felt was the coolest thing. They're not really promoting anything, they're just you know doing it for the fans. And so thanks to Sean Clark for thinking of that idea and putting that together and editing it all together. It's a great watch. If you haven't seen it already, you definitely want to go and check that out. All right, so that's about what I've got for you guys this week. Um, Again, I could go frame by frame and talk more about the teaser. You guys tell me what you think about it. Uh, I mean, we pretty much did do the frame by phrase. Is but yeah, there's so much to chew on in those quick little images. Um, what if that is Lonnie that he's slicing? Who could that be? There's just and so many possibilities, and who is he grabbing through? At the end, through the glass there. Who do you guys think that is? I'd love to hear. Like I said, the current plan is for next week is that I'll be back here doing another live. We'll see how it goes, though. I am going to be out of town that day, so depending on when I get back that evening, and also we'll look at what news we have to talk about next week. But the plan will be here live. I know in 2 weeks I won't be here doing a live broadcast. Like I said, depending on how it goes, we might be able to do a pre-recorded version if need be, and then we'll play it by ear after that. But I'll definitely be back doing some more Michael Myers Mondays lives uh, on pretty much a weekly basis, give or take here and there when the schedule just doesn't allow, which is what's happening in 2 weeks. Uh, so you guys, let me know what you want to talk about. Uh, I've got another couple minutes. If you got questions, let me hear you, Byron. You're back. I know you got comic book ideas and film ideas. Yeah, I haven't gotten the Taking Shape 2 book yet. Um, Dustin, I've got one coming, and I can't wait till it gets here. I don't know when it's going to get here, but I'll definitely talk about it when we do. And one thing I do plan on talking about next week, I guess I wasn't really gonna break this out this week, but I'm not gonna. But next week I'll have this guy out for a show and tell for you. This guy, if you haven't seen, he is the new Trick or Treat Studios Halloween '78 Michael Myers action figure collectible. Like I said, I toyed with the idea of talking about him tonight and showing him off tonight, but at the end of the day, I wanted to give full attention to that teaser because that's the news of the week. That's what we've been talking about. But this guy, yeah, we're going to have a couple of him up for sale on our website. He's not listed yet. He just arrived last week. This one is mine that I unboxed. But next week, I'll bring down the packaging. I'll show you the whole thing. We'll go into detail about this guy. And I'll probably do a separate video showcase on him as well. But he is badass. Let me just tell you. He's a foot tall. He is badass. The mask, the sculpt looks amazing. Again, Trick or Treat Studios. They're in the collectible figures game now. That was a surprise this year. And we didn't order a ton. We've only got a very few that we're going to have available for sale. Because we didn't know, they're brand new. And we just didn't know. Excuse me. We just didn't know how they were going to be. Trick or Treat, I know the masks they make. I know what they've done in the past, but they never done figures before, and it was they're not cheap. They're listing for over $100. So, but he is a highly collectible. It's kind of the same scale as like the old Barbie dolls, and he's actually clothed similar to like Barbie dolls. But he's pretty amazing. And like I said, the mask, the sculpt, that's really the going to be the big draw, I think, with him. But he looks great. But yeah, I plan to dig into him even more next week when we actually do have him listed on the site. We just don't have him up quite yet, but he will be listed in the next couple days at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. That's where you can find all of our stuff. Speaking of which, this was the first week I didn't start with kind of a merch roundup, but that guy over there, that's the Boogeyman. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 of those left in stock at the moment. We sold a couple more this past week, some last minute orders. Our Universal Studios masks, we got some Frankenstein and Creature of the Black Lagoon, but all of our pre-orders had sold before they even arrived. But they arrived last week and got shipped out right away. So if you're watching this and you ordered one of them, you should have it in hand by now. Hopefully you do. But we'll be getting some more of those in the coming weeks. But yeah, that collectible figure, it is a pretty awesome, amazing figure. Again, I debated on planning to bust him out tonight, but like I said, there's a tiny chance we might not be able to do a live next week. So here he is for reference. But yeah, he's a foot tall. He's got the cloth jumpsuit. He comes with an extra hand, one that holds his butcher knife, and one that is just an open hand, similar to the other one not holding the butcher knife. And he's fully posable. I forget how many points of articulation he's got, but it's a lot. Like 16 or more, I want to say. I mean, he is fully posable. And like I said, I plan on doing some cool photo shoots and videos with him in action. Now, Trick or Treat on their site, they've got I think Halloween 4 and 5 Michaels, and a 2018 is coming, and an Art the Clown is coming too. So now seeing the quality of this one, because again, they're not cheap. They list for over $100. And I forget the exact price. I want to say maybe 120, 130. But they're not real cheap. But for what you're getting, the quality of that collectible, that scale, yeah, I think it's worth it. It's definitely going to be a must-own for figure collectors, which I am. I've got a ton of them. I've got the Ultimate Michael 2018 and Lori. I don't have the Trick or Treaters yet. I need to get those guys, the Silver Shamrock Trick or Treaters. But But I've got a ton of figures, and that's even one thing that I was thinking going forth during the off season, during the winter, when there's not as much news to talk about week to week, and I am here live. You know, I'll do a show and tell from time to time with one of my collectibles, a figure from my shelf, something from Matt's shelf, something from the shelf, and we'll show that off, and you guys can, I don't know, ooh and ah, and maybe I can share a link of where you can get it. In some cases, some of these things are kind of hard to find now, but others aren't. So, excuse me. It is cold here, guys. I don't know where it is where you guys are, but it's freezing today here in Kildare Hills. Freezing. Not used to this. And I'm like down here in my office downstairs where the air and the heat does not really get down here. So it is chilly tonight. All right, guys. Byron, yeah, the figure is awesome. Halloween in Hell, Pinhead versus Michael, make it happen. Halloween in Hell. That would be the right title for it. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool, but at the end of the day, in all seriousness, I've said it on here before. My personal preference would be that we don't do a versus movie. To me, Michael Myers is elevated above even Pinhead, above Jason and Freddy. And the problem with so many of the versus movies is that while they're fun, it's usually the idea of them is greater than the reality ultimately. And I mean, I love Freddy versus Jason. It's fun, but it's not my favorite Freddy movie or my favorite Jason movie, and it's not as great as I feel like it could be. Other ones, are it's a give or take, but I don't think they ever really live up to the greatness of each franchise on its own, I guess is what I'm saying. So with Michael, my personal preference would be, let's not, share the spotlight really, because Michael's better than that. Honestly, I think he's more special than that, and he needs to. He's the source of pure evil. But yeah, I mean, I guess Pinhead would be the good guy, which in so many of those movies, I always feel like Pinhead is kind of the good guy, or at least not the bad guy. He's more just, neither, which is great, and I love Pinhead for that, and I love those movies for that. That the real despicable characters in most of those movies, especially the original, is not the Cenobites. The Cenobites are just Cenobites doing what Cenobites do, but often it's the people in those movies that are the true uh, evil people, and get what's coming to them. I love that. So, like I said, guys, next week I plan to be here. Michael Myers Monday, 10:31 p.m. Like always, we'll talk. There probably won't be a lot of news. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of news as far as Halloween Kills for a while now. So we got that teaser to chew on for a while, but I think we should all be thrilled, because I think the main reason we got that teaser is because we were so loud, honestly, just the fan community throughout Twitter and Instagram and everywhere saying, give us something. And of course, a lot of people were trailer. We knew there was not going to be a full trailer this early, but they did deliver on another 36 seconds of unseen footage, which is great. And it's proof that I think Universal's marketing is listening. I think Blumhouse is listening. So thank you from the fans for listening. And we'll be patient because we know it's going to be worth the wait. And yeah, so again, you guys, even after this broadcast is done, let me know in the comments, your thoughts on the teaser, what your favorite part was, what made the hair on the back of your neck stand out. I mean, to me, it was Nurse Marion in the car, with the hand smash. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. That was better than the mask reveal to me. Um, But then again, I might may or may not have had an idea of what that mask might look like before tonight. But uh, I'd love a whole Halloween movie take place in Smith's Grove. Yeah, yeah, just a Smith's Grove episode of Halloween almost. Or as we've talked about before, if there's going to be like a streaming TV series on Netflix or something, yeah, a Smith's Grove, uh, young Loomis. Yeah, we've talked about that before on other Michael Myers Monday live broadcasts in weeks past. But yes, I totally think Smith's Grove is ripe for Halloween stories that could spin off from this, and it could still involve, similar motifs and similar characters. Even, I mean, some of the same familiar characters, but not Michael. At least not Michael predominantly. Keep him in the shadows of Smith's Grove. If this is a flashback series, which I think would be fun. You could do a script about that topic. Hey, we can, you never know. Yeah. Yeah, I've never written a script. I've got a ton of ideas though. but but yeah, we could talk about that sometime. Um but yeah, I think a Smiths Grove TV series, like I've said on here before, would be the way to go if they're going to do something like that. Halloween Asylum after Halloween Returns, yeah. If they go back to doing the Halloween Returns, we'll have to see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Smiths Grove, like I've said before, every patient in there can be an episode. It could be its own movie. It could be its own episode of an anthology series, and that's the great thing about that setting it's an asylum. You can bring all kinds of crazy people in and out of there, have all kinds of crazy doctors doing all kinds of crazy experiments and stuff. Uh, yeah, I think the possibilities are endless there for sure. Absolutely. All right, everybody. I want to thank you all once again for joining us for Michael Myers Monday Live. This is part two video. If you missed part one, we got disconnected. The link is down in the description. So hopefully you'll be able to piece it all together and it'll all make sense. I'm sure it will. Thank you again for watching. I hope you all had a amazing Halloween week. Uh, Especially considering everything going on. I hope you found a way to make the best of it. That's what my family and I did. We found a way to still do most of our traditions. So hopefully you guys were able to in some way, even taking into account everything. And hopefully we'll all be right back here next week. Phil, Byron, all you guys, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Spread the word, share these videos, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Look for the Halloween show. That's our weekly recap of all the Halloween news, not just the franchise, but everything with Halloween. That is the pre-recorded uh, video show that we do it Friday morning at 10:30. And then, of course, we do these lives on Monday. Uh, Again, everything goes as planned. We'll be back here next week. 2 weeks, we'll be off. Then we'll be back again. I can't wait to talk to y'all then. And as always, everything I've talked about, you can learn more about at HalloweenDailyNews.com. That is the home for everything. Our figure, that's going to be up for sale in just a few days before next Monday, most likely. You can find that, be one of the first to get it at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. They're not going to last long, I don't think. They are really badass, and they're not available everywhere right now. So, really excited to list those. And but we'll talk more about him next week. This little preview of coming attractions. So, guys, once again, thanks for watching. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Happy Michael Myers Monday and happy Halloween and happy New Year, right? Thanks, guys. Have a good week, everybody.